guys, what's going on? My name is Laserfighter111. Welcome back to another episode of Not for Broadcast. This is episode 4. Now, in the last episode, obviously, we were in the early access version. This time, we are in the fully released version of Not for Broadcast. I obviously liked the game the first time. This is very close. I actually did work like this back in the day. I've now moved on from that. I'm now in the fields, but back in the day I used to be in the control room doing all this stuff here for little news station. Well, it wasn't a news station, it was more like a community television area. It did news and all sorts of stuff, but it was a citywide thing. It was funny, and this brings me back to those days. I'm pretty good at that. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with a brand new game. Let's call it, I don't know, enter game name YouTube's. Sure, there you go. Yeah, I want story mode. Let me turn my microphone on. I might do the other modes later on. If I want to see like the different like side stories or whatever, but I want to play the story mode this time. Let's do this. Alright. Looks like a broadcast tower. Sounds good. Not for broadcast. If I remember correctly, this government is kind of messed up like Papers, Please is. So I'm just gonna go with whatever the government says this time. Maybe I'll revolt against it in another episode, but this time I'm gonna play ball. We're gonna do what the government wants me to do, like a nice little puppet. And then we can revolt against it later on, I guess. Turn off the subtitles at any time for the pause menu. I kind of like subtitles. Yeah, it's a nice way for people who are hard of hearing. You know, they won the election. Oh, I just muted myself. There we go. Uh-oh, phone's ringing. Where's the phone? Oh, there it is.
Hi, David. I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. All right, mate.
Hi, man.
Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're going to have to run the news tonight. Now, don't worry. It's not hard, and I'm going to stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens.
All right, yeah.
Look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down. Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now, the 4 small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio. And you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left. Don't worry. I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time. Now, have a look to your left. These plugs control everything in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again. You can see on the broadcast screen that we're in the end titles for the show before us. Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain. Oh, right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk.
That's up 52 seconds out. Look under my desk? Okay. Crazy Neil's pre-Christmas. Sure. Brumley and the undiscovered holiday gem for those on the tight budget. Alan James is coming soon to a medium-sized hall near you. Might subscribe weekly to enjoy this mouth-watering reading experience. Sure. Exercise and...
You should be getting a signal from the studio soon.
Okay. Sure thing. 22 seconds out. Everything's on. I turn the fan on. Oh, is that to keep this cool? Okay, I'll leave that on. 1, 2. Okay. This guy, right? I remember this guy.
You're trying to kill.
5 seconds out. 4, 3, 2, 1, and on.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main story.
Hi.
Next is going to be the throw to the news titles on screen 2. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
Buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the flowered market.
Maybe hear
Top
this one
chat.
a little bit
Sports
louder.
fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsley's
I'm just trying to keep my my screens out here, just like I would normally do. Auxiliary display port out of order. Call friend in maintenance. Okay, I will. 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay, I gotta switch to camera 2 in that.
3,
2, 1. Camera 2 is on.
Next thing is to throw back to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
Alright, simple enough, I guess. Put camera 1 back on. I can't move. Oh, there we go. I figured it out. Oh, hey, look at that. I think that means they're going up, so that's good. I'm doing something right, huh? Alright, National Nightly News with Jeremy Donaldson.
Here it comes. Switch to screen 1.
Nah, camera 1 is on.
The votes are in, and it's a decisive win for Advance. The landslide victory, with an astonishing 81% of the popular vote, is the biggest election win in living memory. Advance appealed to voters up and down the country with their bold promises of permanent change. But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have
There's not much going on right now, so I can
Right, it's going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
Yes, sir, I sure will.
2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody. Jeremy,
Okay.
I need you to fill after this.
What? Why?
Wanker Snatch is running late. Oh, I thought he was asking about the election.
Personally, I wouldn't try to
Wanker
confuse with
Snatch.
any words.
That's the same policy we use with you. I thought that was our
Wanker
little secret.
Snatch.
That's all right, he doesn't
That's a
remember
funny name.
anything, I tell you.
I'm deeply uncomfortable with your burgeoning friendship.
Okay, fair enough. I did a good job here.
First ad break is doing great, mate, but this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence is what we call a multicam sequence because you're going to be cutting.
Does that need to be
multiple
on? It's kind
cameras
of
to
annoying.
keep things interesting. A lot of it's down
I'll
to
turn the fan
personal
on
taste,
off for now. If
but
it causes me
here's 3
problems,
good
I'll turn it
points
back
of
on.
fun. 1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking.
Alright.
2. Don't stay
We'll start out on
shot
camera
for
1.
too long, 10 seconds
It'll
at
probably be
most.
him opening.
So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot.
No shot longer than
Pull out
10
the
seconds.
wide
That's
shot
right.
just
Shot
to keep it
density.
interesting. 3. Don't stay
And
on
then reaction
shots
shots.
for too long.
No
A couple of
longer than 3
seconds is
seconds.
usually
Sure.
enough. Then the audience will
What's
see
he
who's doing the
saying?
talking, yeah? Stick to these rules
I want a
and you'll be
beastly
fine.
interview.
It's not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you?
Funny.
Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay
Yeah.
ahead, mate.
Alright, she's on 1 now.
We're coming back.
Oh, this is funny. It's not usually this crazy, but there are some funny things that happen before a segment starts. So.
Going 5, 4, 3.
Okay, Jeremy.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first
Get
off,
ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan
Ariel
Wolf,
4 is
culture
on.
correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to
go
the
to
shop
Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his
joined
name.
today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh my dear, I do hope you believe me when I tell you.
Alright, camera 3 is on.
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The medicated.
The medicated.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Rat, that's Peter Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction.
Wonderful job.
Lovely. Now back to
Sure,
Thunder
about
Twat.
3
With
seconds.
him on
Thunder
set, and it was
Twat.
all terribly successful.
As if his last name could be any more funny.
Wild ride this has been.
Switch to 2 for that, and then we'll go back to 3.
That is fantastic. And
Stay on,
am I
Megan,
right
for
in saying
4.
that the
Camera
character you
4
played
is on.
is quite an academic one.
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that
Yeah.
a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes,
Oh,
you're
I
right.
thought she was going to talk
It was a
again.
complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that was
All right,
a true
2 is
story
on for the
of one
wide
soldier's
shot
fight for
here.
love that
Go back on
surpasses
3. 3 is on
all.
now.
Love, of course, for freedom.
Okay.
I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but obviously who's
We'll
counting?
get her reaction there. It's a good smile.
Scooped 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little
That's a good
statues
reaction there, I guess, supposedly.
With all the others, I'm sure. So
You got to get the part where they have show their most emotion. So essentially, like if they're just giving a blank face like that, it doesn't really matter too much. But
and not easy to answer. Like you.
oh, there's a nod there. Yeah, cool. Camera 3's back on. Yeah, I can censor his words if I want to.
That's how it doesn't it? Bleeding. Doesn't it?
Giving.
Suffering.
For one's audience, yes.
I suppose in the end,
Let me do the 2 here, because that
I do
little
it for the
bass up
people
here.
that I inspire.
Boom. That's camera 3's back on.
But most of all, I think I do
Camera
it for the positive
4
change
is
that I can
on.
bring
Camera
about in the world.
3's on. Good.
And today, of course,
Camera 4 is back on.
we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well,
You see in his glasses right there, you can see the studio lights.
Indeed, historic is the word. Well,
There's really no way you can cut down on that, but you know, it's just you can take the lens. Happens on bald people and people of color as well.
Strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he
I
won't.
censored it. Haha.
Shit,
I got it.
Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Medicated, which
I censored
opens
again.
next week
Right,
around
they've swapped the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a
Alright.
countdown on the screen, but I'll just
Put
let
it
Megan
there.
cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's
Let me get
very
that.
survival.
Smirk, whatever.
Exciting
3, 2, 1, and camera 1 is on. All right, perfect.
Oh, looks like Barney Clatch is really losing it in the studio. I'd love to hear what he's saying, but we can't find out now. We'll go to the Russia's room together once the broadcast's over.
All right, so we just gotta wait for this. Let me turn the broadcast sound down so that we don't hear it twice. That's very funny. Like I said, like when the cameras are still rolling and when the mic is still live, but I don't show that in the final clip. It's some pretty funny sometimes, but it's usually never that crazy.
That's Dr. Lance to you.
Are we interviewing her next? She doesn't seem very pleasant of a person. I like the outside. That's my broadcast room right there.
Dr. Hemlock.
Get an idea of what the heck's going on here while we can wait. Oh, this. So this VHS tape is done, so I guess I put it back now.
But I didn't listen.
VCRs, man, I hate working with them.
Need to see this.
Okay, sweet. Is that the pictures of the devs? I wonder, possibly. All right. This game is pretty accurate so far. It brings me right back to I was in the command room. It wasn't quite this high tech, but I was in the command room a while back. That's how I got my way into the film business. So
At the end
yeah, I
of
was.
the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you
Yeah.
in.
I'm gonna go on B this time. Oh, I bumped my mic. Sorry, buddy. Okay, 8, 7, 5 seconds out. I usually cut to wide shots about 5 seconds out, and then obviously.
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you
Alright.
probably noticed, the broadcast
I think I did it well.
here
Oh, A+,
is
hell
about
yeah.
2 seconds behind the master screen. Here, when someone
Okay.
says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later,
Okay.
you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button or the space bar on your keyboard for as long as the swear word lasts. It can
okay.
take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm.
That's
and you'll get it.
fancy.
And if you can't
I guess
tell
with
when to
live
bleep
broadcast.
just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you got to do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple.
Okay.
Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume of the broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now. As you turn it up, you'll hear the advert getting louder. Good. You're set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro. Remember, button lights up, count 1, 2, and hold it down.
Okay, fair enough.
Remember to select screen 1
Number
now
1,
that you've got
yeah.
the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's too late. You can use the number buttons on your keyboard, 1 to 4.
Seriously?
That works. 5, 4, 3.
Alright, going in.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to Advanced Headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
These guys are leaders?
Cut to the outside broadcast. Oh shit, he's pissed. Get ready to bleep.
Well, thank you all for coming, and, well, where do I start?
Alright, cool.
What a day.
They said we couldn't do it. They used every dirty, low-down, lying southern bastard trick they had against us.
Uh-oh.
But you,
Boom.
the people, you saw right through their shack.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry
Got it.
about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. Makes me coarser than a granny's fanny.
I like this guy so far.
Put.
Nailed it.
But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political
Okay, that's
party.
about 8
A
seconds
party is what you
out.
have when things are going well.
Camera 3
When
is
the
back
country is
on.
suffering,
We
you
want
don't need
to-
a party.
I'm making these calls
You need
out.
a
Usually there's a crew I'm talking to,
team
but
that can
I don't have to,
change
essentially,
things.
really, at this
But
point.
today is day
Get that
one of
reaction
a
shot
new
again.
future. A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbook.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used
These are
our
one of
executive
them
powers to pass
Steal from the
taxes
witch and give to the
welfare
poor kind of
Working with the tax
government
office, we have
officials. I
produced
see
a
how it is.
definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know the sort of, probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow, we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country.
If you make a shot by accident, don't immediately switch away either.
Accounting,
I mean, chances are people won't notice it.
unavoidable set of
Unless you're like really looking at
All
it.
you bastard
Like that.
public school snobs have got nowhere to hide.
I can figure out how to censor it. I'm getting used to that now.
You want him back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. But first, you're going to pay up. You're going to pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring
This guy is
individuals into a
quite the
team.
character.
To properly fund health and education, to raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions, but you'll
Billions,
see when we've
huh?
reclaimed what's ours, that's absolute ferret shite. So to you posh twats,
The people who pay you a pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs, the people whose children you raise.
so they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
We
Oh, yeah?
are coming
It
for
ends
your sports
today?
cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have
I
always
like how
been, in the hands
the little
of the people who created
lights
it.
show which the audio feed's coming from.
Today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Hold it down a bit long there, mate.
Well, an interesting acceptance speech.
It's
there
better
from
to go
Mr.
over
Vance.
than under, I
And
guess.
our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully, we got that bleeped out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble.
All right, ad break, 15 seconds
As the
out.
country
Gonna switch to
braces
C.
itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow.
I think I did a
with
pretty good
full
job.
coverage of the first day under Advance. I'm Jeremy Dawson. Have a peaceful night. Have a peaceful.
Right, looks like you've got it now. Thanks Thanks for all the help, mate. I've got to go. Ferry's about to leave. Probably won't be coming back. Job's yours, mate. Good luck.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
It's
about.
some weird fever dream, and I'm dying now or something.
You should be so lucky. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Not going for a drink?
Nope, got a date.
Lucky you. Try not to get murdered.
I like this news anchor so far.
When the programme's finished, you'll get a broadcast report.
Hell
It's
yeah.
3 pages. This first page shows you how well the broadcast went. Each sequence and an overall grade. Remember, grades mean bonuses, and they keep the boss happy. If you want to know more about how it went, select more info. If not, select continue to move to the next page.
Sure, we'll see.
Right, this is an optional section.
All offenses words were sent out. An interference-free show. A breathtakingly good edit. Yeah, yeah.
Fucking bunch. And of course, you can really drill into the details if you want to get better at making TV. I never came here, never once.
Not too many people, like, unless you're like, you know, like a casual watching the show, you're not going to notice every single mistake. If you're like, if you actually work in this, you're going to notice every single one, and you can give a lot more good feedback. A breathtakingly good edit. I guess everyone who watches this show is a damn expert on it, but whatever.
Right, this is the important
generous
page.
bonus.
It tells you how much you're going to get paid and how
Broke
much
ass
wealth you
poor.
have overall. That bollocks at the bottom shows you the financial state of our main advertisers. But you don't own any fucking shares. You're a cleaner, for God's sake, so why would you care?
I wonder if I can buy shares. If I can, like, if I decide I want to
This
one
is the
day.
last page, and it tells you the state of the
Government.
world. Tells you how well the government's doing, and down the bottom there, this one's important, tells you what Channel 1 currently thinks of you. In other words, what the boss thinks.
All right. Yeah, they love me right now. They love me. Because I'm
All right,
awesome.
mate. Welcome to the archive.
All right,
This
mate.
is where you can have a quick look back at what you've done and how it looked to the public. There's 3 sections: broadcast, rushes, and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Click on it now. Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Click on any one of them and hit load tape. Once it's finished loading, you can use the rewind and the fast
That's the one
forward
we
at the
did
bottom
today,
there
yeah?
to help you get to the bit you want to see.
Sure.
In a few moments, we'll be going live to tonight's national nightly news.
Boring.
But before that,
Boring. Can I can go 16x. Okay, perfect. You can press this eject button to get rid of it. I want to go with the one that I actually does it show the commercials? It does. Dang. Okay. Go past this so you can see how the edits did. Okay.
I'm very excited to be joined today by none other than...
Usually look at it at 5x. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Not too bad to listen to. Alright, cool.
Right. Click on rushes and let's have a look at those. Right.
Alright.
This is the rushes room. It's pretty simple. The 4 screens you can see, they're going to show you the 4 signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is you can mute any combination of them so you can have a listen to the stuff you weren't allowed to show. Select the broadcast and give it a go, and when you're done listening to the backstage secrets, hit back.
Alright, cool. I kind of want to see the ins and outs of that interview. The one that I wasn't allowed to show. I'll go 16x plus. After it switches over to the medicated scene, obviously. Alright, yeah, it's gonna switch over in a second, and we can see just his freak out, what he did. Come on, hurry up. Hurry up and talk.
Mr.
idiot.
Blundercatch!
No! I'm shutting this down. What kind of operation are you people running?
Mr. Blundercatch, I understand you're upset, but we can...
Upset! You don't know the half of it. Rob! I'll be at the Dorset. Send up a bottle of scotch and a whole ham. It's in my contract.
I'm sorry. I just had to. I had to. Oh, go on then. Say it.
What?
I told you so.
Your hair looked nice.
Oh,
See, this is
heck.
why you're single.
Get wrecked. I like that. Alright, you can actually see the adverts. Oh, so I can see what my adverts would have been. Exercises with ham sleeves? What do I care?
Hi, I'm world class.
Why do I care about these adverts? Alright, let's continue. Continue. There we go. Join us on Discord GG Not For Broadcast to keep up to date and tell us your ideas. Y'all gotta join that Discord group. I won't be, but actually I might. I don't know yet. I might join it. Day 3. An unexpected form. Alright. You arrive home to find a post on the mat being nothing more than the usual junk mail. One letter, however, catches your eye. The team wants to know you. Curiosity gets the better of you when you open it. It's a form from today, the new advanced government, asking for information on all the citizens. The first page is filled in already. Your name, Alex Winston. Your spouse, Sam Winston. Your children, Charles Winston, 14, and Susie Winston, 19. Well, you muse. Or at least they got the basics, right? The rest of the questions are left for you to complete. They appear to be mandatory. Question 1. Upon starting a new job, you would be friendly and introduce yourself to new coworkers. Be productive and get to work immediately. Ease yourself in and orientate yourself with your new workplace, or reminisce with friends about old jobs. I don't know. Probably get to work immediately, and I'd work on introducing myself later. A colleague in a different department has confided in you that they've been taking home confidential information. Now a file of minor importance has gone missing. You will help your colleagues cover up their violation. Recommend that your colleague reports it. Promise your colleague you won't tell anyone, or report the violation to your supervisor immediately. I ain't no snitch. Who do you think I am? An entire department was fired today for consistent underperformance. Your boss has put into place new targets that are significantly higher than the previous ones. You would leave work on time, stay late to ensure you hit your first deadline, leave work early and head to the pub and chat about your changes with your colleagues, or leave work early and head home to see your family. I'd probably leave work on time unless I was asked to stay longer than I might. I ain't staying if I don't get paid, though. It's the annual company barbecue, and your family have been invited. You are looking forward to enjoying a nice day with friends and family, are washing your hair that day. Go on if you're free, but you wouldn't mind missing it. Have been practicing with your coworkers and think you win the talent contest this year. Yeah, sure. Why not? I'm a pretty social person. You've lived a long, successful career and are now about to retire. In your speech, you list your achievements and all the good memories you have working there. Give an honest review of the pros and cons of the company. Focus on issues and challenges you faced while working there, or refuse to attend. Wow, I'd probably list my achievements and the good memories. You want to end on a good note. In your spare time, you like to relax alone, doing things like music, attend political rallies, and stand up for what you believe in. Encourage and support your children with their hobbies. Play in your local sports team. I don't have children, but I probably would want to hang out with them in my spare time. Your ideal holiday getaway would be surrounded by natural beauty, get away with the strain of the daily grind, exploring somewhere unfamiliar and discovering new experiences and challenges. A structured day at a theme park, bustling with thrills and attractions for you and your family, or romantic getaway with your partner to a tropical island paradise. Hell yeah, dude. If I could afford it. Is it the most important that the government keeps people safe, free, happy, or equal? Probably free. So, thank you for cooperation. Advance those time and valuable, and we appreciate yourself and leading the nation to a brighter future. Straight up equality is not the best thing. You know, I'd say focusing more on the individual is probably better than trying to make everyone a group identity. You know what I mean? It's late. Sam and the kids have gone to bed. You're just drying up a favorite coffee cup, a worn-out souvenir of your first trip together. The print's faded and a goofy face still makes you smile. Knock at the window brings you back to reality. There in the garden, clutching gaudy neon green suitcase, is Chris, Sam's sibling. As soon as you let him in, they sit at the kitchen table, visibly stressed. Chris takes a deep breath. I'm so sorry for busting in so late, Alex, Chris stammers, but I need a favor and you're the only one I can ask. No problem. What's going on, man? You must have seen all this crazy advanced stuff, the Assets and Wealth Act, they're calling it. Taking people's hard-earned money to fund the lazy. It's bullshit. It is bullshit. I'm not saying the top 1% or whatever don't have stupid money, Chris adds hastily, but they can afford it. People like me, we're going to lose everything. That's awful, but I'm not sure how I can help. You're always the well one off in the family. I'm sorry, but taking from the rich to help the poor doesn't sound so bad. Yes, it does. That's awful. They're going to take everything, Alex. Everything I've spent my life building. I can't let that happen. I need a favor. Chris's eyes find the floor tiles. I need to borrow your passport. My passport? Why? Why do I get the feeling I'm not going to like this? They've taken mine half the bloody countries, but people always say you and I look similar, so Chris is pacing now. I need to leave before it's too late. Once I'm out, me and my money will be safe. But I need to go now before they freeze my accounts. Please, Alex, I wouldn't ask if I had another choice. Okay, it's upstairs in the safe. Let me go get it and you can take it. Surely there's another way. It can't be that serious. Chris's mouth falls open. You're joking, right? I've always done right by you and Sam. I've treated you children like they were my own. We're family. Does that mean nothing to you? All right, I'll go get the passport. Family's family. It's against the law. I can't help you with this. Yeah, get out of here. I'm dealing with the government, all right? I'm supposed to stick to the government, you know what I mean? I'm cooperating with it. Fine, I'll solve this myself, Chris spits. So much for family loyalty, eh? Grabbing the high neon fluorescent suitcase. Or neon. Is that really how you spell neon? Chris disappears into the night. You go back to the dishes, picking up Sam's cup again. The peeling face now seems to bore into you. The knot in your stomach tightens. Go steal someone else's passport. Get out of here. What if I want to flee the government or the country? What if I want to flee? Stealing people's passports like that? That ain't Christian. No, sir. I'll go run the damn media for another country. Julia Salisbury. Oh, well, whatever. The Fallout. Ah, dang. It was you again. Can I get the damn advertisements ready?
Let's get the power on.
I was trying to.
Get at least the bottom 4 plugs on. Right, let's load up the adverts.
Alright.
You might want to have
Should
a bit
we
of a
play
think
this?
about it.
Is this toy safe? Mr. Steggelhub. Remington Smiths must have toy for your child this Christmas. Advanced Go-Getters. Should be played. Introducing Advanced Go-Getters Teen Team. Sure, I'm dealing with the government. Alan James is coming. An elegant new skin cream with a porky little twist. Sure, why not? Crazy Neil. Crazy Neil again? Sure, I'm not going to do this because it's not safe. And that guy's a freaking idiot.
Again, and the vision mixer's already in headline mode because headlines always come at the start. It's really simple, mate. These 2 buttons at the bottom of the vision mixer, you can see they now have A and B on them. And they'll help you pick image A on the left bottom screen here, or image B on the right bottom screen here. It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Now you're in auto headline mode, so if you don't bother to pick a photo before that clock runs out, the machine's just going to pick one at random for you.
Okay.
I just want to say one more thing, mate. The pictures you choose to show of these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So like with the adverts, choose carefully.
Okay.
And we're off. Good luck, mate. If I get spot on, we'll get back in the next break.
Okay, get one up.
Snuggle hugs?
That's the bastard.
Yeah, I wouldn't get one of those. My friend Janet says theirs gets really hot.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon.
10 seconds, everybody.
Mistrust the
Not
moon.
the best source of consumer advice, then.
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Yeah, I'm not advertising that now.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Dawson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly...
They're smiling in that one? Sure.
Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future may hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the Assets and Wealth Act on the brink of raising living standards for the vast majority of the country, I'll be asking my guess if we're on the way to a new future.
Alright, so I guess I choose the image and it goes up.
Remington Smith has appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this.
I almost want to choose that one because it's funny,
at the
but
tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington has always impressed. She was top of her class at university and graduated with the highest honours, immediately being asked back to lecture. The markets have responded favourably to Sophia's appointment, with stocks rising 30 points in light of the announcement.
Nice.
In her first press
They're probably going to
this
crash,
afternoon,
though, because
Sophia announced
if
the
that
children's
toy
toy
is
named
messed
Mr.
up, dude.
Snagglehouse. Sophia promises it'll be all the rage this Christmas, but concerns have been raised about the product's safety. Making a splash. Intrepid scientist Dr. David Wood, a marine biologist from Swarsborg and Horgensford, have today set off the recently discovered
I wonder how many times it took him to say that while filming this before he got it right.
The imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. This is, of course,
there we go.
only the latest in a series of successful expeditions.
Choose the right ones, man. Do the right
In a
thing.
joint statement about the dangers
Not
that
the-
Tim might face,
Not the film,
pair
do the
stated,
right thing. Just
"We will
like,
face the
you know what I
people
mean.
challenges
Yeah,
together, like
hey,
we
I got a new viewer.
Playing the field. Rumours abound that sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving one of the capital's hottest clubs. The football was
funny
caught
picture.
while out celebrating
Why would they
being
even give me that
Sports
as one to
Personal of the Year
choose?
last week, as reported by this very program. Johnny is seen
Bush.
with socialite and performance artist Tiffany Lamar, whose recent show, Snatched Inside My Snatch, has kept her firmly in the public eye. Could romance be on the cards for these two budding A-listers? And grievous bodily charm, with advance promising a radical new position.
Whoa, okay.
How afraid should we actually be?
Yeah.
I'll be going live around the country to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more powers passing to the police, and less oversight, are we using an advanced-shaped sledgehammer to crack a nut? All that, and mega more for the group of young actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand. They'll be talking and performing later. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
1, boom. Easy. Okay, sweet. Cut to the wide shot before switching over is a common tactic. Who is this dude? And why are we interviewing him? Are we gonna opening on Jeremy again, or should we start with the establishing shot? Let's start with the establishing shot first. Globe goes down. Establishing shot.
In the wake of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised, but what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan?
It's all in my book. Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd. Ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is...
Shamelessly self-promoting? Katie, how do you think the rest of the world will respond to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most destructive threat that the world powers have
They
faced
stole
since
his
the last
book.
Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, we'll be laughing then.
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is dead.
Yes, Advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
Bollocks! What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people. Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your predictions?
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic budgetary surplus, and as well as properly funding our public services, they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research and the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book,
he's got another book.
And opiates. Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue. It's all coming from the water, the chemicals. They're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you, Alan?
A bleak space where we've
I almost don't want to interrupt this.
No, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back, I'll be investigating law and order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
And out.
1 minute back.
You know, I think they might do some good.
I hope so too, Jeremy.
How much are you being paid by them, then?
Shut the fuck up, Alan. I've never heard so much shit in my life.
Well, we'll see who's full of shit, won't we?
Alan, I can explain it to you, but unfortunately, I can't understand it for you.
Well, I don't know what she meant by that.
Jeremy's like, I don't know, man. A+ again, huh? Bye. Very useful.
10 seconds, everybody.
If that sticks, I'll just
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem
commercial
to the
break,
top of the
but
list.
whatever.
Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working every hour we can just to try and cope with the caseloads on our desk.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can barely keep up with demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem. We need more support from ministers. We need more support from ministers. What are you doing? We need change at a structural level.
Am I allowed to be showing this? But
not a good time, darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. Just hang.
guy's getting leave by his wife. I'm still broadcasting it.
Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No. Well, the affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need legislation to relieve the pressure on our public
Sorry to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Gregory Judge, thank you for joining us. Next, I'm joined by Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective on our
I definitely want to see that after.
Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I'm sure we all long for a return to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife or kosh.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question,
All
Jeremy.
right,
But I
Tim.
think it all comes down to moral decay. We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Oh, hang on a moment. Jeremy, your bloody gimps escaped. Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was spaying the badgers.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in the box?
Clive, you know it's Wednesday. You go back in your gift
This is like... Whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of
Darling,
this...
where's the padlock?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Oh, Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty, naughty, naughty boy. Mummy said...
Clive, I am not having this again.
Mummy said, get back in your gift. No! Naughty, you beast cut.
As I was saying, Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there. We're locking down the police's position on morality force. And finally tonight, hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary, and menacing a swan. He's agreed to
Menacing a swan?
Which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony?
Titwank Tony. Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalisation, as you can imagine. And obviously, titwanks are quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Titwank Tony. Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Titwank Tony.
Not calling you that, dude.
I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez.
Soapin!
Yeah, I think asking that is an oversimplification.
It sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. Big Chris, Little Chris, and Vampire Chris.
What the hell?
This one's, yeah?
Yep.
1 sec, love. Titwank Tony's on the news. 1 sec, love. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. Just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this guy?
You are joking. Chrissy 3 bollocks has only got Mr. Fancy, oh.
3 bollocks.
Not now, fellas, I'm on the news.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
Little boy.
Oh, I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here.
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal there, Tony.
Fucking way,
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes? Tony, I'm in the original for 2 seconds. How does this happen, Tony? Can you hear me? Well, we seem to have lost our train of thought there a little. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to glean a broader
Imagine
understanding
watching
of the
that, such a
serious and complex
clusterfuck.
issues around law and order. After the break, Megan will be live with some plucky young thespians. Don't go away.
I guess I already did that.
After these messages.
Boom.
1 minute back, everybody.
That's jolly.
Well.
Mate, I ain't got long and I'm quite drunk. It's been a great night. In this next section, there's a bit of music. If you edit in time with the music, you can see the result on the vision mixer, and the public will love that. Don't worry if you don't, though. You won't get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip. When the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume.
All right.
Enjoy the music, dear God, I love music. Oh, I'm so pissed. I think I might go and throw up in a bin.
Lawyer. Alright. Are we opening on 2?
Sure, it's on his way. Come on, it's welcome back. How hard can it be?
I think we're opening on 2.
10 seconds, everybody.
Jeremy's not there yet.
We're going to open on Megan. Camera 2. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Oh, there he is. The man, the myth, the legend.
I'm Megan Wolfe, and on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College, who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest.
I'm the older, more popular one.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off.
Nodal pan, bro.
Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Oh, right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me, Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Jeff Algebra.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history, Aristotle. I just think that when we travel around
hell is
all these
going
problem
on?
schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences, and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I.
A little smile there.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
I'm trying not to get the camera movements in the freaking.
That's right. To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually
You stop
have a name.
moving the
Yeah,
damn
'cause
camera.
In a way, she's like...
We need more cameras than 4 for this, man.
A metaphor? Maybe she's you at home, or like, maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important. Yeah, thanks, Steve. Put it in, Coach. Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it.
Bye.
So, Jeff, when did you first hear about the grant?
2 days ago, a letter from Advance arrived at the school. Now, the headmaster
Arrived at the
thought it was all a prank, but his secretary retrieved it from his bin and brought it to me.
How? How did you react?
I also threw it in the bin.
How did you react?
But then, Harriet and Trey rescued it, and they rang the number at the bottom of the page, and next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow. Well, I think we can all guess which way you'll be voting from now on.
Do you know what? It's funny, because Angela and I don't usually vote. We're not very political. I'm a mathematician, of course, and she's a paraplegic, mainly. But we did used to watch that Peter Clements DIY show back in the day, and so we thought, why not? Let's have a go at this whole democracy thing.
Okay.
And here we ballywell are.
Good stuff.
Fucking brilliant!
So, let's have a look at
Ah,
a
I
short
just
section
barely-
of Hey, Friendship.
Dear Diary, I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. Another day of tears. Tears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. Dreading what might be around every corner. What's around the corner? What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
What?
Oh, hi Gary. Oh heavens no! It's Gary the Fist!
Gary the Fist?
Going somewhere, little first year? Great. I've been looking for some poor victim to bully all morning. But will this make me feel better about my violent father?
Is this really music? This is not.
Excuse me, I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. And so important.
Maths is for losers. What?
Maths is for losers.
My arm's stuck, Coach.
Keep going, for fuck's sake.
Right.
Whoa.
Maths is for losers. Now, give me your lunch money. Now,
double lunch for me today, but why am I only truly happy when I'm eating?
Not today, Gary the Fist. Not today.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? What do you mean not today? My arm's free, Coach.
Brilliant, keep going.
Right. Who are you to stand up to me? I'm Gary the Fist. And you're just a sad little girl with two gay dads. Who's all alone.
That's where you're wrong, Gary the Fist. These are my two new friends. Vanessa is captain of the netball team. Yeah. And Blake owns a motorbike.
Yeah.
But I can't fight all three of you. And I don't have any friends of my own.
Ooh, now it's music. Now we're getting started. I gotta cut to the beat. Alright, sure. Let's go ahead and do that.
Take a look at me. Take a little look at my face.
This is awful.
I could be you. She could be you. And you could be me.
I remember all this. This is all coming back to me, but like, oh, I cut a little bit early there. Just gonna. Apparently, I gotta stick with the beat. I never did that now. Yeah. Oh, damn it.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your cruel lads. I'm a mother-loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Nice, bro.
Hey, kids, I'm Gary the Fist. People think that folks like me probably shouldn't exist. But that's just prejudice, and I'd do better if you knew the way that I
This is terrible. What the hell?
Up on a council estate. The park was hip, but the flats weren't great. My dad used to come home drunk and late, and he'd hit my mum for dinner, he had to wait. Where's my dinner?
It's not ready.
Where's my dinner, woman? Don't make me ask you again.
Hitting women is wrong.
Yeah, right?
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard
Guess I gotta.
on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate. Life's pretty hard on a council estate.
This is.
Hard on a council estate.
Life can be peachy keen.
Yeah.
Look at him. This guy is exactly how I think right now. He's just like, oh, damn.
It's my choice.
So stop now, make a different choice.
Listen to that inner voice.
Friendship!
Yes!
I got so many viewers right now, dude.
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight on the National Nightly News. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out.
We're out now.
That was brilliant!
What the literal fuck was that?
I believe that was art.
I believe I've got a 14-inch cock, but it doesn't make it so.
I have a similar belief about an adequate paycheck.
Whoa.
Oh, someone please get these twats out of my studio.
I know, right? Sir, broadcast complete. Telethon unlocked and extras. That's what I'm talking about. I got an A+ on all three of them, man. I kept the viewers up on that, dude. Look at this. All offensive words were censored. An interference-free show. Adequately edited. Adequately? You kidding me? That was awesome. You have received a general bonus. Current wealth. Worrying debt. Shares. That's better than broke-ass poor. You can be poor but not in debt, though. What the heck? Government goes up, and the channel still loves me. All right, perfect. I do kind of want to check out. Wait, not the broadcast. It's Rush's, right? Yeah. Pre-roll, Alan James interview. Is it pre-roll? I wonder.
No, for my sister's.
I wonder if it's pre-roll. No, apparently it isn't. Okay. Maybe it is the Alan James interview then. Wait. Stop. Play. Oh, we gotta load up the interview. I kind of want to see the outtakes of I can't remember what it was.
All that.
I mute X thing here. Man, this takes forever. I hate working with VHS tapes, man. They freaking suck. Okay, supposedly, maybe it's not then. Alright. Law and Order. Might be Law and Order, I don't know.
I'm just saying I'll do what I can.
Oh yeah, it is Law and Order. I want to see these guys argue at the end of here. See what they're saying. Mute.
Yes.
I cannot believe you, Ellen. I would have expected this from your sister, but not from you.
When are you going to realise I'm not her, Greg?
Oh, trust me, between the drinking and the arse, I'm very aware.
That's funny. Alright. Alright then, well, can I save and quit? Does that... Oh, that just brings me back to the main menu, I think. If I saved my game. To start off with the next thing. Julia Salisbury, a prominent media-savvy barrister, is one of the leaders of the advanced party. The other one is this drunk dude, so I think she's probably the real leader.
Good evening. I'm
YouTube's Day 15 or Late Night. Alright guys, well thank you very much for watching this episode of Not For Broadcast. My name is LaserSpider111. If you guys want to see more of this Not For Broadcast, be sure to leave a like. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe to this video for more awesome content, and I will see you guys later.